Hello, ready? Sorry. This is Yoko's Anime Reactions, and this is going to be my review for Log Horizon episodes 2 and 3. Excuse me. Now, as we all know from the first episode, they had no idea what sorts of consequences were in this game. Like, if you died, would you die for real and you wouldn't come back? Was death permanent, essentially? Well, they found this out in this episode. In episode 2, anyway. If you die, you just get returned back to the cathedral. So, yeah. There goes the one real consequence that I can think of for this game. Because, for example, Sword Art Online, if you died in the game, you died in real life. That is not the case in this show, which makes this game a lot less dire, I guess you could say. And yeah, I'm still liking it. And I've actually looked online if there was actually a video game that was similar to the game in Log Horizon. And apparently there is a game called Arcade, and it's a free-to-play game, and I actually downloaded it, and I might play it. I might stream it for you guys. Would you guys like that? If so, like the video. Anyway, since they find out that death is not permanent, it's a lot less severe, and apparently there's not really much to do for the characters, so some of them have taken to, being PKs, which, if you don't know, are player killers, or player kills, essentially, where people go around and kill other players, which is a lot less severe than what it was in Sword Art Online, which, player killers, it was a lot worse because you were essentially committing murder because the person they killed would actually die in real life. So, yeah. So, Shiro and the others end up encountering a party of player killers. I think it was, two thieves, a fighter, a healer, and later on we find out they had a wizard and a summoner. Something like that. Thankfully, Shiro and the others are able to outsmart the fighter and the others because they had essentially no teamwork. They didn't realize that their healer had been put to sleep until they needed him, and he didn't do anything. Thankfully, Akatsuki was able to take out the other two that were hidden, and Shiro and, dang it, what was his name? The warrior, the guardian guy, they were able to take out the others easily. And I think it's funny that Akatsuki's calling him Lord Shiro, and doesn't want him calling her Miss, when she won't stop calling him Lord. So if you want him to stop, you better stop. And, yeah, it seems like Shiro is one of those, like, antisocial guys where he works well with people, yet he doesn't want, I guess, I don't know how to describe him. Could somebody describe it better for me, please? I think he's just not used to being around so many people, maybe. So, I think that's partially why people are doing, becoming player killers, because they're just bored. There's nothing to do. If there was a story in the game, they might be able to progress through it, but there isn't. Now, what I was thinking when I was watching the 2 episodes, is why don't they just set up an arena type thing where players can go up against each other and have something to do? Being able to advance to the ranks, and in the game, if they beat all the players, they get like a prize or something. Why can't they do it like that? I mean, shouldn't they be able to set up something like that? I don't know. Or maybe they can't. Maybe they aren't able to. I don't know. Because that would be the first thing that comes to mind if you want something to be able to do. I also found it funny that the warrior guy likes girls so much and is generally a pervert, but the guildmaster lady latches onto him and he acts like he doesn't like it. I'm like, seriously, dude. The one lady that wants to be around you and you try to push her away. What the heck? And we actually find out that one of their people got attacked by other players in another city, or another country, whatever you want to call it. Thankfully, somebody came and helped her. And they need someone to go and rescue her, essentially. They were going to do it, but Shiro offered himself and his teammates to go and get her because, they'd be able to handle it. They're like, what, level 90 at this point? So, yeah, they'll definitely be able to handle it. And they actually end up having an item that allows them to summon griffins, which I found amazing. And I think that Akatsuki might be having a little bit of a thing for Shiro because when he offered her his hand to help her on the griffin, she started blushing. A lot. Like that neon pink you see in anime. And I kind of don't blame her, to be honest. But I found it interesting as well that she and Shiro are around the same age. I'm guessing like late 20s, maybe early 30s, because he was going for his master's degree. So I'm guessing he was at least in his late 20s, possibly. At least he's some prodigy, in which case he's like in his early 20s. Let me know. But anyway, they end up heading towards the depths of Palm, which is apparently a labyrinth of tunnels, essentially, and thanks to his cartography skill, he was able to navigate them a lot easier. And we find out why the place is crumbling. Turns out there's a gigantic rat creature down there, and they actually managed to beat it. And, yeah, we see a little bit into how Shiro was, I guess, when he was in this other party. What was it? The debauchery tea party or something like that. I can't remember, but I'm assuming that something happened to his guild or something like that. And that's why he doesn't join guilds. Anyway, I am eager to see how things will go in this show because I'm actually starting to like it a lot. Then again, that's probably partly the gamer in me, most likely. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time.